Welcome to the Recreation Commission meeting on February 6th at 6:30. I'd like to welcome Joe Burke to our commission. Thank you so much for being a part of us.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, welcome. And I think
Can I do a quick motion
so we need
to approve those meetings?
So that was my next thing. Yep. So the meeting minutes, I know you just got a copy of them for October. It was our last official meeting.
I vote to approve the meeting minutes from October 17th, 2024.
All right.
Oh, was that the... Okay, yeah, seconded.
Motion. Sorry.
No, seconded.
I didn't know if I was allowed to second
Worth
yet,
it.
so.
Feel free to second. You're a member now. You've read the minutes. You're good. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we can send those to the town hall, to the clerk's office, or had you already sent them? You hadn't sent them.
I did not yet.
Because they're okay. And
Yeah.
they're approved. All right. Great.
I will send them.
Fabulous. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is the Recreation Commission reorganization. So our wonderful chair, Michelle Lamatina, has moved on to bigger and better things. We will miss her terribly. We're so grateful for everything she's done for us for these many years that she served on the Recreation Commission. So what that means is we need to, since she was our chair, we need to...
I think Kristen's locked out.
Oh.
On the door for her.
Oh, see, I don't even get the text messages. She's like, I don't know. Thank you, Joe.
I didn't get them either. Sorry, I didn't want to jump in. I didn't mean to jump in on you.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Minutes.
No, it's just fine. I know, I didn't want to forget either. Thank you for doing that.
Psh. She booked it over for Norwell.
Well done. Well done. Hi, Kristen.
No, I was
That's all
impressed you got
right.
here from Norwell that fast. That was good.
Speeding.
Here, some water too. Jeez,
Thank
goodness. We just approved the minutes and we just introduced Joe. Do you know Joe?
Yes.
You, all right. Excellent. Well, great. Excellent. So we were just chatting about our first item on the agenda is to reorganize the Recreation Commission because Michelle has moved on to wonderful new things. Her daughter Claire is enjoying her college years and she's being able to be a part of it, which is fabulous. But that's being said, she was our chair, so we need to readjust or reorganize, I guess is the correct word. So, would anyone like to chair this amazing committee?
Hi, Ryan.
I figured you guys had talked about this before the meeting.
Are we
No,
supposed to nominate
I'm not
people?
supposed to.
I nominate
Yeah.
Ryan Tully.
I
chair.
second.
Can I nominate someone who's like not here? No. Okay.
No, don't do that.
You're gonna nominate Angela? That would be rude.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to do it if you don't.
It's
want to.
so do you know? So it's really is just helping me, with organization and things like that. Like Michelle and I, worked well together because she had known so much about it. But it's really, we're in a great space now in terms of like organizing the program's organized, and we set it up so that everything could run smoothly, and really it's just being a part of. It's really being a part of all this, and everything that we
I
do.
feel like
It's just like the
it makes
title.
me
I think.
nervous, just like the shoes to fill kind of thing. It's like I don't understand budgeting, and I can try my best, and I'm definitely am always down to help, and you know that. But
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really whoever wants to do it. It's really your comfort level. But I'm here to help you. We have a fabulous administration. Yeah. Mary Beth and Kathy are amazing. So it's they help us the most. Like, I'm not the greatest with budgeting. Michelle, understood it a lot, so I would ask her questions and things like that. But Mary Beth and Kathy are always very helpful as well. So any questions we have that.
But then who will be the recording secretary?
It's true. I mean, you can take notes.
No. And see, I'm even worse at that. So, okay. I will accept position as chair, I guess.
Wonderful.
I don't know, do we have to
Thank you so
vote?
much. Well, yeah, I think we need to. See, this is where I don't know logistics of this.
I do this too.
know either.
I did the same thing with my board.
All right, so Kristen seconded. Ryan accepted. Joe, are you okay with him being chair?
Yes, absolutely.
Joe, yes. Okay, awesome.
So, would you like to still stay as secretary?
I'm happy to.
All right, great. So I was told that we need to, because Michelle left, we had to reorganize now, but we also have to reorganize in for the next fiscal year, like after town meeting is done. So if we can think about it as
Yeah, we can
from
touch
now.
base after that.
Yeah, we
and
can
see.
do it after that and just see how things are going.
Because I know you have a toddler too, so.
Exactly.
Just
so you kind of have to,
keep it posted.
put it all in perspective and happily done, easily done. Thank you so much, all of you. Fabulous. All right. Next on the agenda is the budget. So I forgot to make copies of this, but this is what I presented to the Finance Committee in the beginning of January. I was asked to level fund our budget. And so level funding means just keep everything the same from fiscal year 25. And the only thing that I could do is increase the director's salary by 2.5%, or I think is what it ended up to be. So I can pass this around, but we have the swimming pool salaries, $13,000. That's staying the same. Activities and expenses was $12,000 last year. That's the same, and the majority of that money goes to taking care of the pool and electricity. So it's not a lot of money left over for actual activities and expenses, but because we do have a revolving account, we are doing okay in that respect. So we will be able to have the activities that we, have had in the past. That we put on, like the egg hunt and the 4th of July programs for sure. So I can just pass that around, and you can just in the very last column it just shows like what's added on, but this is like pretty much everything's the same from fiscal year 25 to fiscal year 26. When I met with the Finance Committee, they were very appreciative of everything the Recreation Commission and the recreation programs provide for the town. They were very appreciative. They asked about the pool, how the pool was doing, and I said, right now the pool, we're doing all right, but as we know with any kind of pool, anything can happen at any time, and they asked if we would try and figure out a plan, I guess is what they like to say, in terms of trying to figure out for like in the years coming forward, what will we have to do to the pool to maintain it. And so I have a message out to the pool company. T&D Pool Company is the company that takes care of the pool. So they do all the chemicals, they do all the cleaning, they take care of all of that. If we need any supplies or we need extra, whatever we need for the pool, they're the people that help us get it. And when anything happens, they're the ones that come, and they've been absolutely fabulous, taking great care of the pool for the last few years that I've been involved, and I know they were involved before I came on as well. So they're a great resource to be able to help us see what is going to be needed in the future. So I have a call into them or an email into them to try and help us figure that out, because they said we can plan for that. Like the Finance Committee said that we can plan for that, and in the past they've done that we needed a pool cover, and so certain amount of years it took to like have the funds for that pool cover, and then we were able to get the pool cover, which is still great shape. So things like that. Is it called capital? Is it? I don't know what
Expenditures.
something like that, but it's like planned for. So you have an idea that you'll need it at some point. So I'll be able to let you know more about that after I talk to the pool company, and then I can share that with the finance committee as well.
So does it work just concisely to say this year we were asked to level fund and this budget should be able to meet all financial needs? Like that, is there anything else you want specifically to add in other than we're going to talk to the pool company about planning for?
Yeah, that's really the main thing, because like the main issue is and we hope that what we have covers everything.
Cool.
There we are for that, the budget. Next to chat about is the community programs that we would like to put on. So in the past, what we have done, we've done a winter movie night. We have the spring egg hunt, and we have the 4th of July family fun day. Those are the main events that we've done. Are those still ones that you would like to pursue?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it too late to do the winter movie night, or is that something that we would do over February break? Or before February?
So we can't really do that before. We don't have enough time before February break to do like the February one. April 20th is Easter, so we usually do, or in the past we've done the egg hunt on like the Friday before. So
No, that sounds good. I just wanted to make sure we were talking like December.
Yes, yes, we're talking now, but so that was my question to you guys. We have in the past done the winter movie night in February, but April 20th is Easter, so it's later on this year. Like last year it was in March, so it was a challenge to get both things done. And then so April 20th is the egg hunt. And we usually do it like the Friday or the Saturday before that, which would be the 12th.
April 12th.
And I don't think that runs into, that's not anything with school vacations, but that was the date that I could see, was the best one. I mean, obviously we could do it the week before that also. Depending on, people's schedules. So what the commitment is that we did it
before, because that's the Whitman birthday kickoff. Are we doing Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember what we usually do.
So we did Saturday.
Yeah, okay. The 5th is, I don't know what Justin has it in the calendar, as Whitman birthday kickoff, bounding the town.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is, but I don't conflict with
yeah, and I don't have it. Yeah,
What day is
so
that? It's April 5th?
The 5th.
All right.
The 12th, I think it would be fine. It says it's Passover, and then Sunday would be Palm Sunday. But I think we could do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can ask if we can use the town hall for that day. So it was, when we set it up, it was like, we did it like 8. The National Honor Society from the high school comes in and they help, the kids help to get some volunteer hours for them too, because they have to have so many hours. So they help us set up, we've set up arts and crafts at at some tables, and the kids come and we rent a big blow up maze from Busy Bee, and the kids go in and they find the eggs in the maze. We also have the Easter Bunny shows up, makes an appearance, and we set it up so that we have a backdrop and the kids can take pictures with the Easter Bunny if they want to. But like it's all people do it themselves. We've also had had a face painter, and we had a guy who does balloons, which we paid for. Like we didn't charge anybody for that. Like the recreation commission or the recreation revolving fund paid for that, for those.
If we do the face painting again, I think we should set that person up just somewhere else in the room. Remember the line got really long and it like molded with the arts and crafts and it was like a little chaotic. So if we have her back, maybe I think because the balloons were out in the lobby, right?
Yes.
Maybe do face painting out there or like just somewhere somewhat separate because it got pretty crazy.
Yeah, we can talk about the setup. Yeah, that was that was challenging, especially when like, because in the what we had done was we had like the groups of kids come, so like the preschoolers come first, and they came in, and then we had like the kindergartners come in, and we tried to set it up at a time, but what happens is like all families come, and so then we said, oh well, if you're all families, your whole family can come, you can go at the same, you don't have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
But then it got crazy.
Yeah.
It was,
Which was great. It was like
It's
super well
wonderful.
Yeah.
But it was difficult too because we ran out of eggs.
Yeah, so
We
quickly.
ran out of eggs so quickly. So that's an expense. I don't know how much the eggs would be. That was like the biggest expense. I do have plenty. I do have a lot of arts and crafts that were left over from last time. So I do have. I would probably have to get a few things like that, like the coloring sheets and. Just the fun little things that they, stuck and glued together, making the little Easter eggs and things like that. But so the face painter was an expense and the balloon was an expense, but I don't know exactly how much they would be. If anybody knows a face painter, I can try look at the one from previous.
Mm-hmm.
She was pretty good, and they had 2 people to that time.
You could also ask if we wanted to buy like basic face paint. I bet NHS kids would do like hearts. You know what I mean? Like I know that the face painter does like really like lovely ones, but it's something if you wanted to
Save the budget.
Yeah.
So that's something you guys have to decide. Can think about.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have to start planning it now because it's April and I have to see if I can. I don't know how much the maze will cost.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest expense.
I will motion to approve funds for supplies for the Easter event.
Okay.
Second.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks.
So I'll call Busy Bee to see about the maze and see if that date is good. Busy Bee maze and contact the face painter. Because when they helped us, when they were a part of, because it was the same group, when they were a part of
4th of July.
4th of July, they had like the glitter tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Those are
Maybe
so
that's
popular.
where
Those are easy. You just get them
would
on
that be-
Amazon,
would
and
that
it's
be
like
a better option.
that might be easier and quicker because
Yeah.
you could just get them on Amazon for a pack of like 100 for $10, and they come with the glitter.
So we did that for the people to do it like themselves for the kids for the 4th of July, and it worked out great because it was outside
Mhm.
and they could put the water on themselves. I just worry about a place to do that in the town hall. They wouldn't want that because of the floors.
Mhm.
Unless we could put it down. Like, trying to remember if the glitter ones were like, they put them on, right? But they didn't have water to put them on. Did they, the face painters? I'm trying to remember.
From the 4th of July event?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They didn't use water. They just put them on and they just like peeled off, right? I think. I don't think they used. The ones we had were like the water ones. Because they actually did face painting, like the actual design with the paint on in the town hall when we had that. I can check into that. And the balloon. Would we like the balloons also?
I would say between the two. I know that face painting was more popular, but the balloons go quicker. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was like easier for the event than the face painting was. I think there were a lot of people in the face painting line that like got stuck at the end. I think if we can get both of them, that would be great. But if we like had to cut one, that would be my vote. Would be to keep the balloons.
I agree. That was a quicker in and out. Opposed to the line, you wait for 5 minutes every person, and it just
It took a long because they're
Yeah.
so beautiful, you know. But
Yeah.
if
and then
took
every
a
kid
long
wanted an
time-
intricate thing, so that took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did, unless she limited like what the designs were. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she did have that. We'll chat.
Cool.
Yeah, then we can look to do like the tattoos or something and just lay something down on the floor if we need to. That could work.
They might even have ones that you don't need water for too.
Yeah.
And see if we can find something. Stickers or
Alright.
something like that.
Sweet.
Awesome. All right. On to the next event, which would be.
Did I miss it? Did you say we have eggs left over, or are we
We do not have any legs left over.
so weird?
Legs slipped over.
Legs left over. There are no legs.
Don't worry, the recording
You know what?
device got it.
We have no eggs left over, but I know Angela,
Angela with
like
the egg
had
thing,
with
yeah.
the egg, like she was able to get a certain amount. I forget exactly how much she was able to get. So we can ask her to get some too. But Michelle had that great company, which I have the information for. I just don't know how much they would cost now. I didn't ask yet because I didn't know if we were still. We have to vote that we were going to do it. So I can check in on that, and I can send Angela a message too saying, would you be interested in doing the eggs again?
Cool.
We have to do that soon because I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah, to get shipped.
Yep. All right, because the eggs come pre.
Stuffed.
Pack.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I think it's no, I know it is.
Pre-stuffed, yeah. So, and then so we get them from a company, and they come, and we get ones that have toys in them, and then ones that have candy. The candy is all like the Jolly Rancher type of candy, or like the gummy candy. It's not chocolate.
Yep.
So, all right. So that leaves, if we're going to do that the 12th, do we want to do anything in March? Because then you have April and then, 4th of July, and I know there's lots of things going on with the 150th celebration too, like you were saying. I don't know if they have any other events going on. And I know there's Whitman Day.
I was just gonna ask, we don't run that?
We do usually
We
have
have
a
Like a
little.
little table that has our flyers on it and things like that, information about the programs. But they have it like later when they have it in June. Like we've already done our registration. Like registration has already started because it's all online registration for the park and the pool programs. So we've already started that. So a lot of people already know. But it's just like kind of flyers that you put out there that they could still come up. So it's not really anything.
Did we sell any pool passes? Did we talk about that?
No, we didn't do anything
Yeah.
like that with money exchanging there. But we gave out the flyers that said how they could,
Yeah.
or that they could come to the pool when the pool opened in a week or so. The one time they had it, the pool was opened, so they were like, "Oh, I had to step up and stuff."
We don't have to do any planning for 4th of July yet, right? That's fine.
We don't have to
Neat.
plan. We just have to say that we want to do it. And then I have to see the DJ. We did tentatively say, plug it in for next year with him. And then so he was like the big person. Food truck people are asking about being a part of it. We just have to kind of say, it's gonna be on July 4th,
Which is a Thursday this
which is
year?
a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yep. It is a Friday. So, combining with that, that first week, June 30th, would be like the first week of the park program and the pool programs, the official programs. So the pool programs are swimming lessons. And then the park program also uses the pool, and then we have open swim on Saturdays and Sundays, and then we have open swim from 3 to 7. So all of the programs, like the park program and the pool program, would start on June 30th. So the 4th of July is always like the family fun day. So there's no park program, there's no pool programs, but we put on an event. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't been down there for that one.
So lots of fun relay races. We have the first part is decorated bikes and scooters and strollers and baby carriages and all kinds of fun up at the basketball area. So kids cruise around and we give out prizes. And then we have bouncy houses that the kids play in, and we have run a whole bunch of relay races. All kinds of different relay races, and the park program staff run those. And then we had the pool open for a couple hours in the afternoon.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And the pool staff run that. Lifeguards and gate attendants.
And was it Bonnie's Rentals that we've used for their bouncy stuff?
And then we also had a face painter, and we had the DJ, we had the face painter. Those were people that we paid. And the food trucks, Swedish shaved ice is already in. I know the Boy Scouts or the Cub Scouts do theirs. I haven't reached out to anybody else. The last year we had Heidi's, and we should have pulled this up. We definitely had Heidi's. We had the Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts. We had Swedish shaved ice. We had Heidi. I
think that was it.
Other one.
I
Was
thought
that
we
it?
had another one.
Was there?
Maybe donuts. I don't know. I can ask that.
Was it like the waffle or donut thing?
I can look back at the
Like a
minutes.
willow tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we can reach out to those people.
Yeah, because I know we try to avoid doing like food trucks because we don't want to take away from what the Boy Scouts are getting.
Right.
So it's all kind of treats.
Sweet Standards was the other one.
Oh.
Oh yes. Thank you. Yeah. How can I forget? Sweet standards.
Local celebrity.
She is. Yeah. So those people.
I think, can we also put down that we might like just to think about some kind of like fall or Halloween event?
Yes.
Just something, I feel like there's a lot of cool opportunities, but we haven't really like made it happen yet.
Right, and we weren't able to this year because of the voting.
Oh, right.
Because they had everything set up because it was early voting for Halloween. Or they had the whole thing set up so that voting could happen. Yep, absolutely.
Sweet.
So I can look into the cost of these things, but do we want to schedule 4th of July event on the 4th of July?
Yeah.
And do you want to
Sounds good.
say rain date or no?
No rain date.
Okay. Usually, like, Bonnie's is really good, and obviously the people, like, we would have to try and, cancel it ahead of time, but
I think it rained the last 2 years.
It
Didn't
definitely
Yeah.
did.
it didn't last
year
year.
was-
Did it last year?
It like
I don't remember.
mist,
The
it
other
was
one
misting
before.
like in the morning. I don't think it ever like fully rained, but it was just like kind of drizzle
Yeah.
and gray.
Wait, that so much fun though.
Yeah.
All right, fabulous.
Cool.
That's great. Good deal. Next on the agenda is a summer park program. So I have printed out this. Or we have to like kind of chat about what we want to. Because the park program and the pool programs are paid for. People pay to use the pool, and they pay for their kids to come to the park program. So at this point, what I do is I get in touch with Unipay, and they help create the online registration. So I basically give them, they have all the written part, so they just basically update the prices and update the dates. So I think first thing we have to chat about is the dates for the park program and the dates for the pool program, which is basically swimming lessons, and potentially swim team. This summer we are going to need a pool director. Our pool director lives in Rochester, Lakeville, and so it took him a long time to get to work, and he let me know that he was probably not returning. So we're going to need a pool director. So a pool director would be somebody who has their water safety instructor, who also has their lifeguard certification, and who ideally would be 21. Ideally, we had a very young pool staff this past year, so I don't know of anyone who would be able to take on that responsibility, because what the pool director does is scheduling and just organizing, and is the go-to person to be able to help out with anything. I mean, I'm here too, but like that person does all of the scheduling and also teaches the classes and runs the park program, being able to be in the pool as well. So it's a pretty it's a lot of responsibility.
What did you say? They need water safety instructor and what else?
Lifeguard training.
Lifeguard training.
Yeah, they have to be a lifeguard.
Cool.
So we'll be looking to hire someone like that. I do have a park program director. Abby Raposa is going to be our park program director. Gabby and Angie have moved on to bigger and better things, even though they will be sorely missed. But they are working in the real world now. But we're so grateful for them, because they're one of the reasons why the program is so spectacular. So, but Abby has been doing it for quite some time, and she is absolutely phenomenal. So I know, and I sent a letter out to all of the staff, park program and pool program, and the majority of them are coming back.
Perfect.
So, which is absolutely wonderful. So we're in good shape for that, and I will put an ad into the Express asking for park and pool applicants, and they put their application in. It's a basic online application that they just download. It's the regular employee paperwork, and they fill that out and get it back to me, and then we usually do interviews in April. So I can put that out to get people to apply. I don't know if how many we'll need. I haven't really gone through the list yet. I just sent the letter out, but people are saying, yes, I'd love to come back. We had an amazing staff last year, so that was fabulous. So dates for the park and pool program. So I thought about this tonight, June 30th. So the kids, Whitman Hanson kids, get out of school mid-June, hopefully barring no issues. So if we've never had good luck starting it like right away. So we've always like given a week off and then started again. So that would be June 30th would be like the first week of the park program, which is of course the 4th of July week. So, and then if you fast forward 6 weeks, that ends August 8th. And so what we've done in the past is we've had 3 sessions of swim lessons. Each are 2 weeks long. And then we've had the park program that's run for 6 individual weeks. There was a request to have the park program continue on through the that next week, which would be the 15th, to add 1 more week, to have it to be 7 weeks.
Yes.
My only challenge with that is I don't know for sure about staff. We have the majority of our staff is high school, like they're high school kids, but the other majority is our college kids. So they sometimes, the reason why we hadn't had it that next week, but the calendar is like a week different this year. So we haven't had it the week because that was the week that a lot of kids started to go back, especially if they were athletes and they had to go back early to school. Like Whitman Hanson wouldn't start practices and stuff until like probably the week of the 17th, like that week, because we would be going back to school like that last week in August. But I understand the need. I just am worried that we won't have as much staff.
Is there a way? Are you like in contact with past staff members? Maybe just send like a little poll.
When will be your last day? Or are you going back? I think that's too early that week before, just because you have like another 2.5 weeks. If we could survey and ask the staff when their last day would be, then we could possibly get that extra week out of them.
Yep. I can ask the staff that's come back. So that would start like June 30th would be week 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Week 6 would end the 8th, and then if we had a 7th week, we'd go to the 15th. Sorry, so I will.
So, we'll poll returning staff members to gauge interest and availability for that extra week.
I do know that, they have also in the past, like that last week has been a week that like their families have gone on vacation because they know that they were also working for the week too. So they'll have to.
I know that if I was like a college kid, I'd want like a week off before I have to go back. So I totally get it if they can't, but we worth asking.
Yeah, we can ask. Can't hurt to ask. You're absolutely right. So I can definitely check in with that. So the next thing to chat about is the prices for the prices for everything. So if you look at here, I'm sorry, my printer ran out of ink, so I couldn't do it all in color. But the very last column is 2025. So I would like to keep the pool prices the same, the pool pass the same, the daily pass the same, which is $5 a person, $25 or a maximum. Like a group of 6 could come in for $25. Ideally, all family members, and have the price of the pool pass be $150. And we can also do like we did last year and say if you purchase it before May, like Mother's Day weekend, it's $140 to give them. So we did get people that bought it earlier with that little discount. And then prices for people who wanted to rent the park would be $55, which is the same. To rent the pool, $200 to rent the pool for 2 hours. I'd like that to stay the same. That involves 2 lifeguards. And then like they open the pool and then they are there for the pool, for the entire pool party. We had maybe 5 pool parties last summer. Because they're on Saturday or Sunday before the pool starts. So they're on from like 10 to 12. But they're really popular.
The park rental is like just the picnic area?
No, for the movie night, when we had, in the beginning, we had people who wanted to rent like the ball field to put a movie night up for like their company or for like families. So it was for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The park itself, we don't rent or anything else, but like because we had electricity for the movie thing, that's what we were basically charging for. It's like and so then the next sheet is the cost of swim lessons, because it was the pool program, and then Here. Um, so swim lessons just increase each one $5. I say that because we have to increase the salaries of the staff, and we also have to allow for the cost of the pool chemicals and the pool cleanings, which I'm sure will increase. So that just helps be able to pay for that. And then the park program, I increased it $5 for each two with a family cap. So the park program it's 9 to 3, Monday through Friday, and the kids bring their lunch. They bring their lunch. They bring their snacks, and then on Fridays it's field trip. So field trips have been extra on Fridays. And we have, like last year, they two times they left the park, and the other times they had it in the park. They had it in the park event. So we've chatted about how to best handle that, because Fridays is like an extra cost for the field trip.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to come on Friday, you have to pay the extra cost for the field trip. We don't have enough staff to have a park program at the park without everybody. Like the people who would go to the event, to the off the park program have to be there because they have like the 1 to 10 ratio or something like that wherever they went. Like they did monster mini golf, and they went to a trampoline park, so they needed the staff to be there. So there wasn't staff for kids who didn't want to go to the park, who didn't want to go to the field trip to stay at the park. We didn't have enough staff. So it's one of those challenges that, and we basically, we're not making any money on it. We're just paying for the bus and paying for the place because the staff salaries are already included in their regular price. But so that was just like extra. So we do it as efficiently as possible. So,
real quick, just to backtrack, sorry, when I was writing these down. In swim lessons, the second child went up $10 instead of $5. Is that a typo?
probably.
Okay. I was just checking to make sure it wasn't something.
Oh yeah, you're right. So that should be
105 instead.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So if that's all right with everybody.
Yeah.
We also have a counseling and training program for kids who are in 8th grade, which is $80. They basically get to shadow and work with the counselors, or they work with the different people in the different areas. And then they get to go on the field trips and stuff like that. So it's a great experience for them. They love it. So I wanted to keep that price the same. And depending on who is the pool director, I would love to have the swim team, or have that option again. And if we do, I'd like to keep those prices the same as they have been since we, started this. It's the kids come for a swim team. They come for like 45 minutes to an hour practice. It's usually like 7 to 8 in the morning, or 7:30 to 8:30, or 7:30 to 8:15, whatever we work out. And last year, unfortunately, we only had like less than 10 people sign up for it. So we unfortunately had to cancel it because it didn't pay for itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to be able to have it again, depending on, and because we had Cam and we had the other we had people who did the swim team, so they knew how to be swim coaches. So that's why it worked out so well. We felt so bad that we couldn't have it, but so we can. I guess that's depending on the director.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is anyone who wants to rent the fields. That is our cost for field rental, and basically what that does is that helps us be able to provide bathrooms for the porta potty. So that's how it runs. We're pretty low in that account, so it's something that we'll have to think about. So anyone who wanted to rent the field outside, like AAU basketball, or not basketball, sorry, my fourth graders are all into anyone who wanted to rent the fields, this was the price list that we came up with last year. We just increased it, but everything can stay the same. So it has helped a little bit because we were able to help the DPW out get some maintenance equipment that they needed to help them with some maintenance equipment because they take care of all the fields. The DPW takes care of the town fields. Their Whitman Hanson school system takes care of the other fields. So Upper and Lower Park and Memorial Complex, the DPW take care of. In terms of maintaining it.
And so, what's going on with the middle school field?
So that's on the next thing.
Oh.
You're right. You were right on top of things here, Ryan. I love it. So the last thing I have to chat about. Oh, and the pool. I'd like to open the pool. Hopefully June 20th, like that weekend. There, depending again on staff, and then we've kept it open through September 1st.
So do we want to take a vote on approving the price changes?
Yes, because I have to get that into the.
All right, I will motion to approve the pricing for the fields, the pool, and the park.
Second.
Yes. Thank you for the
Pool and park programs.
Great, thank you. And I can get that organized with Unipay and hopefully have everything up online early March. Okay, so the fields. Spring Sports are planning their fields for this coming season. The Whitman Middle School is offline except for Jackson Field, which is a soccer field that's in the front, and then the two baseball fields, which are in the back. Both softball fields are out of commission, and the front soccer field is out of commission also, and all of the back fields that were used. So
there are any middle school
lacrosse
fields left?
So lacrosse and soccer do not have field space except for potentially Memorial Field. I haven't heard from lacrosse, but I did hear from soccer is using the majority of their fields in Hanson, as well as Jackson Field at Whitman Middle School, and they use Memorial Field as well. The baseball is using the two fields at Whitman Middle School, and they're using Upper Town Park, and they will use Conley Fields. So they'll use the fields at Conley, and for Whitman anyway. And they also use Memorial Fields for their older kids.
So they're going back to Conley, right? Because
yes,
they haven't been there in a couple of years.
They were there last year, not as much, but they'll be using that every day. So then Memorial Field is available to baseball, to rent the fields out on the weekends on Saturday and Sunday, except actually only on Sunday because Saturday soccer uses it. They can't have both happening at the same time. It's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
So that's our situation with that. The lower park field is going to be made into a softball field so that the Whitman Hanson youth softball can use that field.
Are they?
And then they're also going to be able to use fields at the high school. They've been in touch with the high school field. So that's probably going to be the way it's going to be for the next couple of years because it's going to take at least 3 years for the Whitman Middle School to be finalized.
Do they plan on making any changes to the lower field for softball, or just
Yes, the DPW is going to make it into a softball field
awesome?
because right now it's set up as a baseball field. But
Didn't even know it was a difference.
Just smaller, really. But that
But it's
field
great
has needed
because it's
some
our-
dirt up for a long
yes,
time.
they will definitely take help. It will definitely need a little bit of work
Yeah.
for sure. So there we are with the fields. That's all I have. Did you have any updates on the
Yeah. So we met.
open space committee?
Yeah, we met last month, and so the results from the surveys came back, and I kind of just tried to listen to anything that had to do with recreation, like specific things that Jason, the person who's running it from the Old Colony Planning Committee, things that he had pulled out from the surveys, and he did some kind of focus groups with the senior center and kids at the high school. And as far as recreation stuff that was put on the survey, wants and needs from people in the town is there were some unrealistic asks for the pool, like to be open like into September and crazy things like that.
Well, it is open into September 1st.
Yeah, yeah. So they were
Unfortunately,
they
we
were
don't have
looking
the
for like
staff. I wish.
post Labor Day. Like I was like, do these people think we can heat the pool? Like I didn't. But there was some.
It's really the staffing.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to be.
Yeah, there was a lot of requests for a skate park that came up a lot. So I don't know how much would be involved in that if it were to come to fruition, because it's just opening us up to grant funding. So I really don't know how once we have the plan made, how that then works. But that was a big thing, is a pickleball and skateboarding, like a skate park. And we meet again in March, and I think we're gonna kind of finalize the vision and the new plan. And I'm trying to think of what else. I should have taken notes, but there was talks about public bathrooms in the park, and I know that the pool has a bathroom, but in order for that to be open outside of when the pool's in use, I don't think it's really feasible. So there was discussions about that, and people seeking more recreation that's more based towards like older demographics. So I didn't really get any specifics besides pickleball and a skate park on what that kind of recreation would be. So, but looking forward to seeing the final plan, and now once that's done, I'll share that in our next meeting after I get that.
Cool. Great. Thank you. All right. Any open discussion items? Questions? Thoughts?
How else besides grants? So we get a budget, right? And then would you be the one writing grants if we were looking to do something? Like if we were looking for funding from the state or
Let's get my grants too. I honestly don't know. We haven't ever.
I just don't know how it would work.
We haven't done that. Like we have, like the new picnic tables and things that are in the park. We did that with CPA's Community Preservation Act money. So we've gone that way. We've gone through the CPA for that, for things like that. I don't know much about.
It could be, yeah, I think it could be anyone depending on like if it's something that Kathleen brought forward or if one of us had like a passion project.
Yep.
We all have to vote on money things, but I think anyone could write a grant if they
Right.
want, right, or could request one.
For
Yeah,
a
because I've
specific
done
thing.
like I run the football program in town, the football and cheerleading programs, and I've gotten grants from private companies that are giving out stuff for youth programs before. So I just find that that's an easy way to kind of bring in some money if we can find stuff at the state level.
So it would probably have to go to something specific, like
Right.
because we're like it's a recreation, it's a department in a town. Like you have to go through all that the town procedures. But if it was like something specific, then like for a scoreboard or something like that, or to help out with things, I think that would be a great option.
I mean,
I
I can
just
look
don't
into
know.
some stuff like that, see if there's anything even out there that maybe we can put something in for.
Because I think I don't know how they like the ball fields have gotten dugouts or like covered dugouts, like those types of things. I think have been through some type of grant funding.
Right.
Well, I've only been a part of it to do like the CPA for,
Okay.
but there's always open to options.
Yeah, we can definitely look into some of that stuff, see if there's anything out there.
And did we work with the Whitman Community Preservation Committee for that grant, or was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the DPW, Bruce, and the recreation, we did it together to try, because it was them, because they said that they would be able to. We paid for the material. Well, not we. The community preservation, like that money paid for the tables and it paid for the materials, and then Bruce graciously said that his crew could put them all in. So that was a big thing as well.
Was Michelle a liaison for
She was-
recreation to the CPC?
Yes, she was.
So would I just default be that, or
I thought it was Angela. Now.
So Angela
Oh,
is
is
now.
Angela
Yeah,
now?
Angela
Oh,
does
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
Angela is
You're
now.
good.
So yeah, Angela was that person. Like Michelle was on it, and then she helped with our portion of it to actually put it through. We did it together. Yeah, but there's things like that.
Yeah, I'm just curious because like I saw in here like the budget usually like 100% of it's going towards the pool. Right?
It does, yes,
So,
it does,
anything
and that's what the town gives us. You know,
That's why I mean I wanted to join because I've been here. I've been involved in all the sports programs pretty much in town, and it seems like there's nothing much coming from the town back to the programs besides the fields. And like you said, Bruce and his guys do awesome. They do stuff for us all the time.
They're amazing.
Anytime we ask for something, they do it. They're great. But I didn't know if we were the ones who had the funding to do upgrades and stuff like that for the sports programs, or if we were even allowed to work with them.
So
directly.
basically what we do with the sports programs is like I just have this big huge spreadsheet of who's using what field,
Right.
and I work with Bruce to help him know if like somebody has rented the field, like when it would be available, is there a field space available, and they come in and they would help out with that. But we also, if that happens, we pay for his person
Right.
with the funds that we get from the renting the field. pay for his person to be able to line the field and take care of the trash and all that stuff. So that was another expense. But he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they're absolutely phenomenal with all that. So they take care of the fields, like they line them and everything else, like for the weekend, like they usually do on a Thursday, for this, and they get everything set up for the weekend for everybody, and then they take care of them throughout the week as well.
Yeah, they do a great job for us during the
Yeah.
football season.
So
for
that's
sure.
like, so we don't. There's no. Like, I'm just, like, the recreation department is just the scheduling. Like, we're just the people that have this information, like the forms that you fill out,
Yeah.
and just say, when are you going to use the field? So, like, we just have a general idea that, football is using the fields from mid-August through, beginning of November, that kind of thing. And we just set it up. I never know specifically who's on what field. I just know that Whitman Little League is using the baseball fields
Right.
Monday through Friday, 4 to 8.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
In the past, we've also contributed to the DPW for like machinery and stuff like that, right?
Right. With
And, the
anything.
geese control thing, was that animal
geese,
control? Did we do that last
We
year?
never did it.
Because that,
Well, we did
it's my memory.
We did it for 2 months. We did it for
Yeah.
a month, and the DPW took care of it for a month. But then none of the other youth organizations were able to.
Yeah, because that was actually
that.
something that came up on the open space survey. Was
The geese?
geese poop was an issue at
It is.
Memorial Field.
Yeah.
Those kids and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
They like
You know what? That's what I hear about. You know what? They're fine.
the white
Fine.
football pants, and they're just all stained green, and you just pretend that it's grass stains and not goose poop stains.
Yeah, no, it was an issue for sure, but it's expensive, and it's an expense for the youth programs to have to fund too. And
How much would that cost a month, on average?
what for the geese.
Geese,
it was
yeah.
like
There's different
$1,000.
companies that do it now. Yeah, some that have like dogs that come in, some that
Yeah.
set up other stuff.
Yeah.
Bottle rockets were
done.
used at one point, something like that, like cap gun type thing.
I don't know about that. I didn't know about that. I've only been involved with the dogs, the running of the dogs.
Are we allowed to provide funds to specific like sports programs? Like if baseball, the Little League program came to us and said, "Hey, we need this for our program," are we allowed to use recreation funds for something like that?
Not the general funding, but so basically the money that comes in for the programs goes right back out to pay for salaries.
Right. Okay.
So, and then we end up having a little bit extra to be able to do programs like the egg hunt,
Yeah.
things like that. I don't know about that. We've never, as long as I've been here, we haven't had any requests from specific people. We've helped as we can, like we said, for the DPW to have like a new machine.
Yep.
Like we've helped in that respect, but our budget is so this is so small. Like we don't really have, and anything that we get in, we usually goes right back out to the salaries to pay for the staff for the park and the pool programs, and goes to the pool. We have had big expenses that we've had to pay out of the revolving fund for the pool because we didn't have it. Luckily, we had it in the revolving fund to be able to pay for that. Like we had a huge electrical issue last year. They had to redo the whole electrical thing, like run a whole new line to the pole, and like we ended up having to pay for that. We had vandalism expenses that we had to pay for at the pool, those kinds of things. So we've ended up using our funds for that. But we haven't ever entertained it because there's like separate, because when you obviously like the fees go to the youth program. So then anything that they have, like the Little League and the softball, they've redone their own fields. Like we haven't participated in that.
Okay.
I wish we could help them, It's a challenge because those fields are technically the school's fields. Like the only fields that the town has are Upper Park, Lower Park, and Memorial.
Right.
The other ones are all
School
maintained by the school. So like the actual program has gone in and redone or helped add, it's taken care of Conley to make it up to par because
Right.
the school department just basically mows it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And they've like the baseball fields and softball fields, like those organizations have created that amazing space. Like they have put their time and money into making those great fields that they are. So yeah, it's an open-ended question, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, do we want to set a meeting date for the next one?
Yes.
But is Thursdays good? I know, like for Angela, she said like she could be here. I know she wasn't able to make it tonight, but is 6:30 too late? Do you like it earlier? Is Thursday still good? I'm pretty flexible. The only like Wednesdays aren't good for me.
I was going to say Wednesdays and Thursdays are good. So
Thursdays are good.
Monday's usually good, but that's our open spaces meetings have been on Mondays. So
Yeah, I like Thursdays, and 6:30 is fine.
yeah, 6:30 is fine with me too. Today was a little challenging.
Well, I know
But
weather-wise. I was telling Kathleen before, I'm like, I didn't know whether, because the schools canceled everything. I was like, does that mean the town hall cancels everything? I was like, I don't know. But I said, oh, we'll try to have it anyway. So thank you guys for coming out on this crazy,
Well, the
crazy
weather's
weather day.
actually warming up, so I don't think. I'm hoping that everything's not going to freeze.
I know.
All right, so Thursday,
It's gonna
so
stay
in
above
March,
32.
what day would be?
I could do the 6th or the
Good.
20th.
I will be away the 6th.
Yeah, I can't do the 6th either. I'm going to a show.
20th works for me. I just can't do the 13th.
All right,
20th
all right,
is good for me.
20th it is.
So March
Great.
20th at 6:30.
And then we can really kind of finalize the Easter egg stuff. Easter hunt. I just spring hunt. Spring egg hunt.
Now for the to go back for
That's
like,
all
the
right.
pool director and stuff. Are we going to be like putting something out like on the town website or like the
Yes,
Facebook page
yeah, I
or
put it
something?
up. I put it on the town or the recreation
Yeah.
page for the town. I'll
Yeah,
put it
this is-
there, and I also
I have
put
to
it
do this
into
for
like
my
the.
life, 'cause-
We pay for it, but it's an ad, like in the Whitman Hanson Express.
Oh yeah.
I have
still
put it
out.
on. I have.
Oh,
I
thank-
have put it on Facebook also.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, this?
I'll let you. You guys know anybody
This
who's
is,
like in the
I have
pool
different
scene?
calendars here, so
Really, reach out to the guidance counselors at the high school.
that works.
So I was
That's the only
gonna.
thing.
I was gonna reach out to the swim coach at
Yeah.
Whitman Hanson High School.
I guess I'm always.
Oh, yeah.
looking at
She
my
might
phone.
be able to help me with that. Yeah. All right.
Motion to adjourn at 7:43.
Second.
Thank you so much. Usually we keep these two under an hour, but we had a lot to